What's up, guys? I'm Doc from SampleKings.com. And of course, we do lessons, not just make videos here on YouTube. And you can also subscribe to us here on YouTube. But to get even more, join us right here. It's just $25 for a 1-year membership. You'll be able to download over 100,000 samples. Plus, you'll get recording contracts, everything you possibly could need to have a really great experience dealing with recording your music or the music recording process. Now, we also give lessons. Even if you're not a member, you can get lessons from us right here. You can pay with PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. These links work right here to those apps. Now, to book time is very simple. You come right to here, SampleKings.com. It's just $20 an hour. If you're a member, it's just $15 an hour. Of course, the codes are here to pay with Cash App and to pay with Venmo. If you want to book a session, you come down here and say you want to book a session with Logic Pro and the new update for Logic Pro. You come right here and say, well, look, I want to work with you on Friday. You come to Friday, pick the time you want to work. Maybe it's 4 p.m. when you get off work. You write your first, last name, your email address right there. If you're in America, your telephone number here, outside the country right here. And also, tell us what you want to learn during that session. Once you finish doing that, just press book and book it right here. It's pretty simple to do. Any questions, hit us up at SampleKings.com. You know why? Because our phone number is right there. Let's reload the page right now, and you will see that our phone number is right here. Don't be scared to call. We do answer. And if you pay for your session, it's booked. Yes, I found these loops here, and I'm going to show you what I did. I've got a loop here, and this is it right here, this piece right here. I'm going to hit pad number 16 for the play loop continuously. I like that loop there, it was pretty cool. So I got that loop. I wanted to use it again. So I got that. I got another loop in here somewhere from that same record. And that loop is going to be, let's see, where's that loop at? It's going to be beat number 2. Now it's going to be this one right here. Let's play this back. Now, when they get beats that you loop up together, it's kind of like confusing sometimes. Let me explain this to you, actually. So this beat right here is actually 91.06. Right? That's the beat right there. And so I sort of like chopped it out of that main loop you saw before. And so when I get back to here, let me stop this for a second. When I get to here, and I trim it down, I get to here and I get the parts in, I wanted to make sure they're always going to be the right size. So I'll normally come in, I'm going to come here and do this. I'm going to make sure I sort of like expand this out, going to like press do it so it's big as possible, right? And that's important. So I want to make sure that happens. Now I'll play it back again as a loop. Okay, good, great. So now we know this is, what's that, 91.6. So when I actually put it into a sequence, let me just sort of warp it out, make sure it fits. Before I do, I want to show you something too in chopping. If I did to chop this, which I will do later on, I'll say I want to chop it. I'm not going to do manual. I'm going to go up here. I might just do threshold. Where in this case, you'll see it as it passes certain peaks, I'll get a threshold and I'll give me these 7 samples. See, so it's a peak of each threshold here. I can probably pick some of these samples to use if I want to use them. Now, if I also go to here and I go to regions, it'll just make it equidistant. So I don't even, they're not even based on the height of the transients here. They're just like equal distance from the beginning to the end, which I'm not going to deal with that. That's crazy. So, but I do like BPM. BPM is always good. So I love that one there. I like that chop right there. That's nice. I would get rid of probably a bass drum. I'd probably come in here and say, well, you know, that bass drum can go back a little bit more and pull that back also. So I always try to find the favorite chops I want to use when I'm making a beat. That as I make the loop, I want to look for chops in the loop. And I'll do that using the chop here. And I will also use BPM. You see it happen right here. Okay. But remember, if I go back here to trim, you'll see here that the BPM is 91.6. So I like this beat anyway. It's kind of cool. So what I want to do next is I also want to clear this thing out of here. See, that shouldn't be there. It's like, this shouldn't be here. I got to pull this way back to here. That's what happened to you too. So I'm going to drag this back to where it belongs. Oh, it's stuck in there. See that? I'm in trim, not in chop anymore. See? It's just stuck in that thing. So if I play it again, it's not giving me what I want. So that's the right one. Oh, it's stuck in trim and chop. Now this happens. I don't know why it happens so often, but there we go. We're back to here now. And now I'll play it again. Hit this pad. There we go. All right, cool. Now, let's go to the sequence. Right here, I'm at home, and so I got a sequence going on here. And I got this one part here, which is, let's see, let's turn this off. Go to here, and go to here. Right, this is perfect. And so I'm going to turn this off too, and I'll turn this one to solo. And so let's hear this one here. Okay, so look at this. You'll see it here. This is the waveman of that particular sample, which is this beat loop. Let me go back to here. Let's get this beat loop right here. Yep, let's go back to grid. You got to make sure I select that beat loop, which is right here. Right there, right. And so we come to wave, and now it's selected. You'll see here it's 91.6. So the first thing I do before I even warp this out, I come to here. I make it 91.06, right? And I want to make sure that this computer system is telling me that this is it and it's correct. So to do that, I make sure I have to loop it. So I'll keep the metronome on. I'll do this thing like this. Let me see. Now you probably can't hear it so loud, so. And the metronomes are perfect. So now what I want to do is I'd like to just warp it. So I'll come back to here and I'll say, okay, warp it now. So now when I warp it, I can go anywhere. I can second course, I can do like 100 BPM. I'll do this, right? I'm just gonna come back here and I'm gonna press play start. So here the metronome is perfect. Just gotta make sure you get your points right when you're actually gonna loop something. That's why it's important. And that's why that really works. And it's kind of cool when you get in the grid and you can see it, and you get to see that grid at BPM, you know it's working. So now what I'm gonna do is gonna be a better tempo down to here. I say probably like 94, 95 is probably better for this sample. And this groove, probably 94. We'll go 94 right now. Right. So I'll play it back again. Like that. So I get another part here. I got another part to going on here. I've got this part here that I want to work on, which is back to my sample edit. I got this, I got some keys here somewhere. I did the same thing too. Where are the keys at? There they go, right? This is the key loop right here. Yeah, here's the loop right here. So I got these keys going on. I want to make sure they were loud enough. I believe these have already been maximized. You can see they're not peaking over here or peaking over there. I can still go back in here and do some more work to it too as well. And I may play these back. See, loop them right here. So I'll start that, and the same thing will happen here. I come back here to chop, and I loop these kind of pretty good. I loop them, and I come back to here. I go to BPM again, and this is kind of cool. I can come with all kind of chops. So this is the shop I'm really interested in, is this one right here, right? That's it right here. That's cool too. And this one here, so I just hit the chop I like. Right? And I can just cut parts in, cut parts out if I want to, you know, just say, I want to get rid of that part back there. That's gone. Right? I'll say, okay. And I'll just keep this part, that part will be gone. So pretty simple to do with chops like that. Yeah. And so you'll see that when you hit a pad, you'll notice there's a front and a back, there's a green and there's a red. I can move the red off it so I can get the area of the chop I want to keep. That's kind of cool. Now, so of course, it gets kind of funky over time when you get it really tight. So you got to make sure to watch everything, make sure it's not too funky with stuff's like out of sync or not right. But it always works like that. I come back here to trim again, and now see, we got another one right here. See? Okay, I got to go back to here. Where you go? Will this move up front? Oh, yes, it will. Thank God. And we're back to where we started from the beginning. And so now I've got these chops together, and you saw they work from the grid, of course, and the trim and the track. So it's pretty simple to do. Once you get the BPM, you're good. So this one was 94.12. All right. And I'm going to show you that one too now. To go over here, back to the song section, and I want to go back to the grid here, and it's the key. Where's the keyboard at? The keyboard is right here. Boom, right there. Okay, turn that out and turn this off. That's good. And this should be off like that. So now I want to take the keyboard out to show you how that worked. You'll see the keyboard here is, oops, that's the wrong one. Go back to here. The keyboard's right here, my friend. There it is right there. And so go back to wave, and then we're back in wave here. And you'll see here, it's 94.12. Now the cool thing that's happening here also is that you're going to get the key. So this is C minor, which is great. The software sees it, it's C minor. Okay, great. Got that. That's cool. So now, as you can see, it was 94. Did the same thing, and that's what we got. So instead of doing that, I'm going to come back to here and just show you what we've been doing. And we'll come into here. I'm just going to press play, start. Alright, put a beat in here. This might be a little bit right there. Yeah, that's it. Switch beats up, I'll switch a beat up too as well. So just taking sections of the beat that I like, and eventually when I have a really great idea, I'm going to add the bass next. I want to let you know how to really chop stuff up here and develop the beat. So I'm going to chop the keyboard up a little bit more, but you get the idea. It's pretty simple to do. Any questions, hit me up at samplepkings.com, or right here at the bottom of this video, you can hit me up too as well. And I'm going to get back to getting busy.